Market conditions remaining bullish in this bull market. Current bull market rank at 2462, approaching that 25 number on the upper end of that range. We saw stability and momentum yesterday, really not a big move up one way or the other, up or down, holding still in that buy zone, that current bullish trend. A couple of small changes in breadth here I'll show you in just a minute, but it's still stuck right here in the middle. Then also sentiment still bullish. Again, this can stay in this upper range for quite some time during bullish uptrends. The buy-sell ratio had a little bit of an improvement yesterday. You can see they've already been wide apart right here to the bearish side, yet the market has still been holding up. And one thing that we want to watch to see now is if we get some additional participation from other stocks other than just those main S&P 500 stocks. And we saw the buy-sell ratio tick back up to 0.44 from 0.43. And one of the other things that we saw yesterday, we talked about, is Russell 2000. Russell 2000 are those small cap stocks that have been in this downtrend. That's part of the group of stocks that are not participating in this uptrend. It was up 1% yesterday and potentially finding some support right here. So if we can see the Russell 2000 group of stocks also participate and we get a little bit more risk on type scenarios where you're getting money going into some of these names, that actually could propel the market even higher right here. Interesting price patterns at these levels. S&P 500, you can see we've just been hovering the last week really inside of this tight range. We've got a support level right where we're at right here, then probably one around that 537 to a 540 range inside of that gap area. And but it's just holding up still. Nice looking current trend in this scenario. Not seeing a lot of panic selling, not seeing a lot of aggressive buying. Of course, the volume's light. We're going to be this next week or two pretty light volume during these holiday season, a couple of weeks for S&P 500. Let's look at the sectors. We did see, I don't think we saw much improvement on sectors. It's still holding kind of this current trend with a couple in uptrends. A couple of stuck right here in the middle in these hold ranges, and then a few in the overall downtrend right there. Commodities, we're seeing oil continue to have a nice move. Yesterday bumped up 1.5%. Now solidly in the momentum zone for USO, which is again the ETF for crude oil. And summer months typically we do see oil have some increase. Gold and silver both still holding up slightly around this 212 range on GLD, and 1.5% up yesterday. Watch to see if we can get some support here and any more continuation on GLD. SLV, which is silver, still in that down trend, and it's got some work to do to climb back up. Approaching the corrective zones, these 382 to 618 zones is where we start to get a little deeper correction. Those can take a little bit longer. Typically, if we stay up in this momentum zone, you'll get the retracement, you'll get the continuation. Once we correct down into these deeper zones, you're getting more selling, you're getting more tug of war happening, and silver is approaching that first rung on that price pattern on SLV. Let's jump back and take a quick look at bonds as well. We saw SHY, which has been kind of having some volatility around this 50% range in this overall 6-month time frame downtrend. You're seeing we're connected this way. So these numbers are now the opposite. So we're basically running into a 50% retracement of this downtrend, and this is SHY, so moving back up. So it's not surprising to run into some resistance, but as it continues to find strength and bump up into that next level, that's going to be anticipating rate cuts, and that's really one of the things the market is still watching for. TLT had a little weakness a couple of days ago, now looking like it's going to hold at least for the day or two inside of this range. It's working through this range, and if it can find some support back up and click back up into this next range, that's similar to that SHY chart. Let's take a quick look at some muscle stocks in the group today. We've got AMSC, which is in the semiconductor electronic space, having a nice run, pulling back to that momentum zone, having a confirmation bar, not a real solid one, but still closing above the prior day, and then it's got increased volume. Decent day, moving back up into that uptrend right there for AMSC. One to keep your eye on for today. And then we also had a couple of pharmaceutical stocks in here. We also had some gold stocks coming back in. King Cross Gold, KGC, nice solid confirmation on big volume there as well. After it had a little bit of a counter trend retracement, and it looks like it's going to continue that overall uptrend. And we saw some pharmaceuticals, longboard LBPH. This chart on the 6 months a little bit weak, but the 1 year time frame is really where, if you watch to see if it can bump up above that 22, 23 range, and it may get some continued momentum from there. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.